Okay, so first you have to find the mean. So in order to find the mean, we have to count up how many data values we have. So that would be your n. How many numbers are in our data set? 10. All right, and then when you added it all up and divided by 10, what did you get? 66. So always find your mean first. That's very important for standard deviation. Then let's just list the test scores in this first column, and we can just go in the same order they're given. 22, 99, 102, 33, 57, 75, 100, 81, 62, 29. You writing well done?
Yeah, right.
Thank you. Checking. Then we have to find the difference from the mean of all of those test scores. So our mean was 66. So notice how it shows x minus x bar. So that's x is our test score, as shown up here, x, minus the sum. It does matter the order you subtract it in. So we have to do 22 minus 66. And then go ahead and do that in your calculator or mentally. What is 22 minus 66? Negative 44. Then our next test score is 99, and then subtract the mean minus 66. What is 99 minus 66? 33. All right, next one, 102 minus 66. 36. 33 minus 66. Negative 34. 57 minus 66. Negative 9. 75 minus 66. Positive 9. 100 minus 66. 34. 81 minus 66. 15. 62 minus 66. Negative 4. And 29 minus 66. Negative 36. Alright. I'll give you guys time to write that down and then raise your hand if you have any questions about that.
Do you know if the game's or not?
No, I didn't know there was game. Where is it?
North Longview.
Where's that?
Actually, out toward Frank.
Oh, we're on the right. Inside, go ahead.
Okay, so difference from the mean squared. So now we take all these differences from the mean and we square them. Do you know how to square on the calculator?
Yeah. So we just squared the...
So you take, when you have a negative number, you always need to put it in parentheses because if we square a negative, we will get a positive. Negative 44 times negative 44 will equal a positive. But if you don't put it in parentheses in the calculator, it'll keep it negative. So just to review, you do parentheses, then you have your negative down here inside the parentheses, 44, and then close your parentheses, and then there's an x squared button on the left here. And then enter 1,936. So parentheses, negative 44 squared equals 1,936. Write it how I'm writing on here just so you know what you're doing, because this is kind of like these are your notes to help you reference, because you're going to have to do this with the ones I just printed, and it won't give you this table. So I recommend writing it out so you know what you're doing step by step. All right, I'm going to just give you guys time, so go ahead and just square all these numbers we got from the differences. So next one is 33 squared. So I'll just give you guys time to do that in your calculator, and then we'll go over it in a couple minutes. So like I said, it's tedious, but it's not too bad when you're letting the calculator do all the math for you. Alright, what did you guys get for 33 squared? 1089. 36 squared. And then since we already had positive 33 squared, we will get the same with negative 33 squared, so that's also 1089. Negative 9 squared, 81, which is also 9 squared. 34 squared, 1156. 15 squared, 225. Negative 4 squared, 15. And negative 37 squared. 1000. So again, any negative number squared is positive, so all of your numbers should end up being positive. Then we need to find the sum of all of these numbers. So now add all these numbers that we just got, add those up and write them in the box below. Not yet. We will divide eventually, but for now, just add them all
When are we ever gonna do this one?
in this class.
Wait, you say add all these up?
Yes. So all the numbers we just got from squaring, add those up. Did anyone get it?
8,338.
8,338. Questions so far? All right, and then as you can see, also if you look, at the labels, it's breaking down that equation. So now this is that sum of the difference from the mean squared. Okay, so now we take the sum of the difference from the mean squared divided by the degrees of freedom. That's what they call the n minus 1. So going back up here, we had 10 for n. So I'm just going to write it next to here. So we found that sum of the difference from the mean squared, 8,338, divided by, yes, sorry, let me move this. So right here I wrote 8,338, and then I'm also going to write n minus 1. So n, there were 10 numbers in our data set, minus 1. And what is 10 minus 1? 9. So now take 8,338 and divide it by 9. And what do you get? 926.444. It's repeating, so we can use that bar over it. So then we would put here 926 and 4/10 with that bar over to show it's repeating decimal. So this is called our variance. We're almost there. Now our final step at the bottom, standard deviation, we take the square root of this variance. So we're going to take the square root of 926.4 to find. So when you keep it, don't round it on your calculator, so keep it as the repeating decimal. And then if you just press the square, I didn't do square root. If you press second x squared, that's the square root. It's going to make me retype it in, so just retype it in with 0.444 until it won't let you type anymore. So
You
do.
can just press answer on the bottom.
Will it do it? Oh, I wasn't sure.
Second answer is something.
Oh, thank you. I didn't know that. See, you taught me something new. Second answer. Thank you. And then it'll use the previous number you had. So then we get 30.43754. And then always, if it asks you round to the nearest tenths, in this case, let's round to the nearest tenths. So what would it be? 30.4. So second second is the blue, so see all the writing in blue around the numbers, and then A and S is the standard.
Oh, I do, yeah.
So first do the square root symbol. Hold on, no, you did the square, so square that up. You gotta do second and then X squared, because that's the square root. Now do second answer. Now press enter. Now you got it. All right, so our standard deviation is 30.4. So what that means is that on average, all of our test scores are within about 30.4, I'm assuming these are percentages, or they're around 30.4% around the mean. So it's saying how far in, on average, all of our data points, in this case our test scores, are from the mean. All right, I'm going to stop this recording.